Rubio's visit follows a meeting with Qatar's prime minister at the White House yesterday. U.S. President Donald Trump also met with his Qatari counterpart on Friday. Israel attacked Qatar's capital on Tuesday, claiming it was targeting Hamas leaders who had gathered to discuss a ceasefire proposal brought forward by the U.S. and Israel. Let's bring in military and national security expert Anthony Seaboyer. Anthony, thanks as always for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
What can Rubio hope to accomplish with this trip to Israel? What's realistic?
Well, it's clear the peace process is certainly in dire straits right now at this point. But the U.S. administration as well is under pressure for not being successful negotiating peace in the two major conflicts, both in Ukraine right now and here in Gaza. What we saw instead is that Israel went ahead with a unilateral strike that Trump described as unhelpful, both for the goals of Israel and for the United States. So it's quite clear that not only is Trump administration not able to actually bring peace, at least so far, but also Israel is less and less abiding by the interests of the U.S. president.
And with this, with what unfolded in Qatar, can that relationship be repaired?
Well, that's a huge challenge that we're having there right now. So Qatar is one of the strongest allies of the U.S. The U.S. has its largest base in the region in Qatar, and not protecting Qatar from another country, basically striking and killing individuals in Qatar. That's a huge challenge to the relationship, which will be discussed for sure. Qatar has been incredibly generous to Trump, if you want to put it that way, by gifting him an aircraft. And otherwise, this has all not led to the protection and the kind of relationship that they want. We've seen massive criticism from various actors in the region of that strike. That is something that will need to be discussed for sure.
And do you think Rubio will bring any threats with him about maybe limiting weaponry, things like that, or no?
Well, this hasn't really been the strategy of the Trump administration so far, but what we're also having to see is that it's not really working. We're not getting anywhere. Netanyahu clearly declared that there won't be a two-states, or his government declared there won't be a two-state solution. This has been a clear policy the U.S. has been pushing for decades now. So it's not looking like Netanyahu is really interested in actual peace at this point, which is something Trump promised to get. So I think there will be strong words said from Rubio's side for sure. To which extent that includes threats is a whole other question, though.
And he said Israel has no real interest in peace right now. What is next for them? Are they going to finish this job? I used quotes there for that. Is there any hope for peace, or are they going in to finish this now?
Well, I think it's very complicated. I think what the long-term goal is obviously to prevent terrorist attacks against Israel. That's the job of any government. The question is, how is this being done? Is this done in an effective way that long-term brings peace? And I think there's lots of questions. And if we take Trump's comment by itself that this was not helpful for U.S. goals or for Israeli goals, I would agree with that. This is not the direction this should be going into. And I think we need to make sure, and that's what Rubio is going to be doing, that Israel plays more by international rules. The UN condemned this attack. Many actors, if not all in the region, condemned this attack. The Europeans condemned this attack. And this is not a direction that's helpful in any way for the peace process.
Okay, Anthony, thanks as always for your insight and expertise. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anthony Seaboyer is a military and national security expert.